The NBA really heats up this week. We've had all the scrimmages, which I have absolutely enjoyed. I'm looking forward to the hockey starting tomorrow with the exhibition games, and then Saturday it's for real. And I know you pointed out before what the atmosphere it's going to be like. I would think, though, especially since you're so close to Matt at this point in your life, I would think the adrenaline rush these guys are going to have when they hit the ice after pretty much just skating around with each other for the last couple of weeks and having not played, I don't think it's going to matter. Hockey's not baseball. It's different. And I think they are going to be so fired up to get out there and skate this week that we are going to see a great product. Remember, one of the things I took from the NBA scrimmages, Boom, was those first few days, and I watched a lot of them, the defensive intensity. It looked like a college basketball game because it seemed like guys had basically been shut-ins for the last few months.
Right.
And I think we're going to see that from the hockey. I think it's going to be outstanding.
So. I hope we see great games in both leagues, and I think that the NBA has done a great job in the way that it looks, the way that they're presenting it, so that looks good. The ESPN, I read this article talking about what the NHL and NBC are trying to do with the NHL. I can't wait to see what it looks like. That's going to be definitely a different look for all of us fans. The other thing, too, and this is the important part about the NHL, there are a lot of guys who would have missed the end of the regular season and most likely the playoffs had their teams made it to the playoffs. And when you think about guys coming back that, were hurt, like Chris Kreider is coming back from a broken foot. I think it's Pelech, one of the top defenders for the Islanders, is coming back after an Achilles injury. So you have all these teams are as healthy as they have been all year long. And I personally think we're going to see some of the best hockey we have seen in a long time going into the Stanley Cup playoffs. And look, it's a play-in series. It's the best of 5. It's going to be, I think it's going to be awesome. And hopefully, selfishly for me, I obviously want the Rangers to move on and beat the Hurricanes, but I'd like to see the Islanders move on and beat Florida as well. And both teams, kind of dominated their respective opponents in their play-in series, so hopefully that will continue for both teams.
Have you seen what the Rangers' odds are to win the Stanley Cup?
It's probably, I would say, somewhere like I would say.
I don't have the answer, by the way. I'm trying to find it.
Because I would say somewhere around 200 to 1 or something.
I would think they're healthy. I think they're a good value, and I hate when people do this because when you want to win. When you want to win when you bet, you don't just bet value.
Well, they were playing. The Rangers were playing really well, and then all of a sudden, they signed Chris Kreider to the extension. A couple of days later, he breaks his foot, but they were playing really, really well up to that point. And when they got it turned around, they started scoring, and this is one of the reasons why Artemi Panarin is one of the favorites for the Hart Trophy, which is the MVP of the league.
I'm going to.
I googled it. The Rangers are plus 4,000.
Yeah.
Plus 4,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to remember, man, there are some really good teams.
I know there are, but I think the Rangers are young. I just think they're an up and coming team. And to me, if you get the goaltending, and I think they can get it, I think they've got every bit of chance to go make a run here.
Asking an awful lot of a young goaltender. That's the thing.
Maybe.
And basically, everybody will tell you, much like they'll tell you in the baseball playoffs, and they'll tell you in the NBA too. In the NBA, it's who plays defense, who rebounds, that kind of thing. In Major League Baseball, it's all about pitching. You run into a hot pitching staff. Now all of a sudden they're going to shut down your lineup. And in hockey, it's about the goalie.
It is.
And if somebody like Bobrovsky, for instance, who plays for Florida, gets hot, then all of a sudden the Islanders, who are challenged when it comes to scoring, that's going to be a low-scoring series. And you would hope that the Islanders defensively are good enough to stop the top line for Florida, because Florida's top line is one of the best top lines in all of hockey, and they score a lot of goals. So,
you have the Islanders line, Al?
What's that?
I'm asking Al if he's got the Islanders line.
Islanders, sure, Jerry. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to click it.
Worth. Think about that.
Man, but there's Tampa Bay is good.
Chris has it. What do you got, Chris?
Plus 6,000.
Yeah. Interesting. I just looked on DraftKings. They had them at plus 4,300. So Al's saying plus 6,000. And I was surprised. I did see the other day they had longer odds than the Rangers, which surprised me. I know the Rangers were playing better before the layoff, but I mean, the Islanders,
the Islanders, I think, had lost 7 in a row or something.
They had, but they were also banged up. And to your point, they've got Pelech back. They've got Cizikas back. I mean, they when healthy, I thought on paper they were a better team. But, yes, the Rangers were kind of coming into their own a little bit.
Their defense is deep and it's solid.
Yes.
What it really comes down to in all of this is going to be the goaltenders. And even Carolina's getting some of their players back, but they may have lost Dougie Hamilton, who was, up for best defenseman in the NHL this year. So he may not be right. So maybe the Rangers catch a break there. And, Brendan Lemieux is going to be suspended for 2 games due to that hit on Jonas Donskoy at the end of the right before the pandemic hit. So I don't know. Look, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be exciting. And the fact that we are getting into play-in series 3 of 5, that I think the NHL did a great job here, just like the NBA is doing a great job in making this product exciting and in a bubble, and it's going to look different on TV.